Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, we weren't as ruffled coming in, just slightly. And so, happy Monday to you all. This what day is this? The 25th?
Yes,
Wow. Okay, good morning. This is September 25th. It is a Monday, and we are doing well on this day.
it's most definitely a Monday.
Yes, well, she looks great, so I can't really tell if anything is, like, oh my God, it's Monday. No, we're here and we're blessed and we're thankful. And this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. So I thank God that you're here with us this Monday morning at 8 o'clock on WKAX 1500 AM, the Winning Worship Radio Show. How was your weekend, really? How was it?
It was wonderful. I had a good time this weekend.
Okay, you know what?
I didn't do too much of nothing, but it was just a good
You know
weekend.
what? And that's all that matters, that the sun was shining, or even if the weather is a bit cloud, it doesn't matter as long as we had a restful and, great. It may not have been real productive, like I painted the house and I cut the trees, nothing like that. It's just,
It
it was pleasant, it was nice, and that's it.
was just nice.
And no trouble in the valley. Kids are doing well, and so when you can just kind of glide through a weekend and have a nice restful one,
Mm,
it that can be good, and
nothing like it.
nothing like it. But then there's some who's just like any and everywhere with like the games and family. The weather is changing; it's getting a little nicer. That's not preventing anyone from going outside. If anything, for me, I go outside.
I do too. I love the
Yeah,
weather now.
yeah, the weather is becoming more and more pleasant, so I would suggest that you all take advantage of it and enjoy each and every day, period. But because the weather is becoming more comfortable, I would suggest you all go out before the winter hits.
Just sat on the porch, feel the breeze.
Oh my God. Just sit on the porch and feel the breeze. And just last night I have to say this, the weather. I was coming home and I looked in the sky and I can't explain the beauty that I see.
Last night?
Last night. Well, it
Okay.
wasn't exactly night.
Oh, okay.
It's not the
Like
rise, the
sunset.
sunset. It was so beautiful, and I'm like, wait, let's go this way because the trees were blocking,
Mm-hmm.
and I cannot. And had I gotten to a good position, I would have had them stop the car so I could take a
Take,
picture.
mm,
It was absolute. I love sunrises and sunsets, and they're always. God is such an artist. He's such an artist that everybody says, well, the sun always rises and it always sets, but it's never the same.
it's not. Every time I go outside, I look up in the sky because it's something different. It seems like it's something different every day.
Oh my God. It is. The colors, they seem to change, you know, the patterns. It's just beautiful. Just to look up and see that creation on a nightly or daily, well, it's how can you not know that there's a God? It's
I
just
know.
absolutely beautiful. And once again, the weather was pleasant. It wasn't too hot or too cold. It was like you said, a nice breeze.
Hmm.
And that was you know what? The eyes, I've been told by a friend, the eyes are the best cameras. Even if you take a picture, it's nothing like seeing it for yourself. It was just
That's true.
I just wanted to share that with you because I just felt the presence of God in a pleasant way. It wasn't like whoo, nothing
Uh-huh.
like that. It was just no, I saw it and I was just in amazement as to the beauty. We should take time to just if you're driving down the street and you see that sunset, or if you're out walking early in the morning and the sun is rising. I used to do that too a
Hmm.
few years back. Take early morning walks just
Just
to
so you can
see.
see the sunrise.
Oh God, it's so beautiful, and it just makes you feel. I know you're there. There is a God, even if no one tells you, just to see it.
I know it just make you smile.
It
Just
does.
seeing something beautiful.
Just something beautiful, or the dew on the grass. I don't know. I'm just going into the beauty of God. But we do have a lot to talk about today. But before we get started, let's give some public service announcements and share with them about our advertising and just get a few things. Not so much pushing it out the way, but I know once we get started on something, it's probably going to take up the hour because Friday,
Okay.
I was amazed that we were at 9 o'clock and I didn't even realize it. So, yeah,
Good conversation.
it was good conversation, and Mona, I have to thank you for bringing that up because it got people thinking, and it got people, well, myself too, because I know my private thoughts and my opinions, but then it made me think of, the conversations I've had with other people in regards to dating
Right.
in 2023, what you will accept, what you won't, your next go round if you're back out there.
Our caller said that it was a cesspool out here. And we all know what a cesspool is. So,
But I mean, do you think? And see, and I'm getting ahead of myself. We're gonna go back and do these public service announcements and stuff. But do you think that it's only here?
no.
You think it's
I think that, I don't know, it's just like a lot of people are used to what's been going on.
okay? No. Let me rephrase. Same question. Excuse me. Same question, but in smaller towns and cities versus a bigger city. Do you?
Well,
Still
bigger
think
cities, you got more options,
Well, that's
more temptation.
true. But then you got more of a variety of men
Yeah,
and women
That's true.
and
That's
women
true.
because when you're in a town, and don't get me wrong, I mean I like being here in Florence, but I'm just saying everybody is too close knit.
Everybody know
knows,
each other, or they know somebody that knows you.
and you think you're just meeting somebody for the first time, and then well, you are meeting them for the first time, but
they
I'm just
know
saying
all about you.
they know all about you. Well, I heard this, Jesus, we haven't even got to the last name yet, and so it is a little harder. That's why you have to be real and true to yourself so that they can see the realness in you, and hopefully that they'll bring the real too.
Yeah,
I said hopefully.
hopefully. And then that online dating, it has its pros and cons.
Right. Never done that, but and it's not that I wouldn't say that I'm against it or for it. I don't have an opinion really one way or the other on it. But it's just like with me, just like texting. I don't know how to do that anyway, but like with texting, if I text you something, then you don't know if I'm mad or angry or laughing at,
That's what the emojis are for.
Yeah, but some people can mistake that
Yeah.
as sarcasm, like, oh, now they smiling about this situation, or you think this is funny, and then some people take it for what it is. Okay, it was something funny. I don't know. That's where I like
You like face to face.
I really do. But when I can't be in your face, then I don't mind to text, but I'm that one that it's a long one
You
because
can video call.
no. No, that's not going to happen either. Would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. No, you would because she's laughing really hard because she enjoys stuff like that. It's and I went right in quickly saying no, because I'm thinking of, well, I got to wake up and I'm looking like, wow.
Well, you got to let people see you at your worst and your best.
No,
I do.
Okay,
because
no, they can, but people, everybody out there, no. The one I wake up to, okay.
I'm just saying, like,
People have seen me
Well,
at my worst.
if you waking up to somebody, yeah, it's okay. But what I'm trying to say is, when you're meeting someone, you're getting to know someone,
Oh, they're going to see me.
they'll see your pictures on social media or whatever.
I don't doctor nothing up.
And I love the filters.
I love the filters too. She's the second one who kind of introduced me to that. No, third, because my niece, and because I have all nephews,
Okay.
so she's that that girl. So
Mhm.
she's did the filters. I like the filters,
I love them.
but see, I have to say this about her, about you, Mona. The filters, what do? They soften everything and
They enhances, and it kind of make you look younger, and
Yeah, but I didn't get that. It was a softer you.
Mm,
Okay. Listen, she's pretty anyway. Okay, she's pretty anyway. I don't believe
thank
she
you.
needs the. No, I'm being honest. She doesn't need the filters, but it softens the beauty she already has. It just and there is. I liked it because I actually allowed her to do something with me in it, and I thought, oh, I like those filters. I like me looking like that.
Yes.
I'm not so rough
And
looking.
you used to be a model, so you it
Wow,
brought you back to those days.
you know what? She called me out. She put that out there. Oh my God. Okay. She does know how to shut me up when it comes to talking about me. But I was using you as an example because I know that you're not shy when it comes to things like that, and you know how to do the filters. And even without the filters, if someone were to meet you, they would still see that you're a beautiful woman. Some people.
Well, my thing is, I'll post pictures without makeup and without the filters
Mhm.
because I don't want nobody saying I'm catfishing them. You know what catfishing is, right?
Mhm.
I know you're not phone. You don't do your phones and stuff. That's why I asked. But it's a lot of catfishing out here.
I know, and girl, then you meet somebody, you go, what? No, see, and that's what I like about you because you just said that you don't. I mean, you post pictures with and without makeup, with filters and not filters. In your one of your great outfits that you like. Oh, I know I look good. And t-shirts and jeans or sweatpants. It doesn't matter because
Hmm.
that's coming real, and I like that because you're gonna see all of this. The
The
lashes
good and
and
the bad.
yeah, the with and without lashes. So everybody knows when they're getting ready to meet Mona, they're meeting Mona. You know, I don't know. This is you're too young for this, and I can't even think. I see the movie in my head, but it was like a comedy, and I'm good. I want to say I'm gonna
I'm
get
going to
you.
get you sucker.
Oh my God. The one where the girls start taking off everything. Oh my God.
That was the
Listen,
funniest
the
thing I
funniest
ever
thing.
seen.
This woman was drop dead gorgeous. he he was talking to her, just I'll just say his captain or former buddy in the services said, "Man, she's eyeballing you and wants to talk to you and blah blah blah." Oh, and he was playing shy
He
and
was
not
so happy.
he was so happy, but he was kind of shy about it. Went over to the table. I mean, she was seducing him right there with her eyes and the way she talked, and oh boy, setting it up. Nice red. It wasn't leather, pleather. I don't know, but anyway, really nice. Get back to the room. And he's thinking, okay, we're getting ready, and she's talking about getting ready to get comfortable. Boy, I don't really know which one came off first.
Was it the hair?
I want to say the hair. I was gonna say the hair. Okay, it's not just that she took off the wig, and then you have some sort of hair on your head. This woman took off her wig, and was bald with spots of hair, just kind of
Puff balls.
just coming out like that, and that put him in and she threw it on the floor, and he kicked it to the side like it was something crawling, and she was like, "Ooh, it feels good to just be me." But long story short, this woman took out her eye contacts, took off the wig, she had on butt pads, she took off a leg, she took off. she I mean, and then she said, "Oh, it just feels good to be free. I could be myself with you." And this was a one-legged. The color of her eyes weren't the same. She didn't have on the hair but it was just funny. So when you're meeting somebody on a dating site or somebody sends you a photo, try to be real with it because when they meet you and you're 5'2"
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
dumpy, I'm talking about a man,
I know what you're talking.
Yeah, and then the man is 5'2" and a little bit dumpy. She's gonna see that when she meets you.
Yeah, you should be real with it because she might like that.
She might like that. She might like you for who you are.
Yes.
God designed you to be who you were. He is proud of his. Listen, he takes delight in us. So therefore, if he created someone this way, then you are, man, you're a winner. You're a prize. You are unique.
It's something about
Uniquely
you that somebody
made.
out there would like.
what is that? Wonderfully and uniquely made.
Mm-hmm.
So there's somebody, I always heard this all my life. There's somebody for everybody. So like
I
Mona
believe
just said,
that.
I like that, Mona. She said, you don't know, they may like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're probably looking for. So don't sell yourself short.
Ever.
Ever. Ever. Because you never know who likes you a little short and
Yeah,
don't be.
as our caller said. What'd she say?
I,
About.
she said a lot that I was no, I don't mean a lot that I would forget about, but to like think on what point I would have to like be quiet for a
Know
second.
your worth.
Know your worth. Oh God. And that goes for the men out there.
Yes.
I mean, for reals.
Everybody.
Because there could be a good man who drives a garbage truck, who makes steady money, hard worker, loving on his woman, making sure everything is taken care of in in all ways, and yet you're gonna be like, well, he works for the city. What does he do? And you want to come up with these big words, girl. He drives a garbage truck, and it's okay because you can get somebody who's in the corporate world who's treating you like crap,
Mm-hmm.
who may not even take you to those little Christmas parties, and who wants to hide you in the background, or not even that.
And maybe take his secretary instead of you.
Take a secretary instead of you, or beat you, but in everybody else's side, he's loving. Oh my God, he just
Mm-hmm.
loves you, girl. You drive that kind of car, and this
You
and this.
crazy not to
You
stay with
crazy not to stay with him. So what? He slap you around. What did you do?
him.
You know, don't matter what I did. I didn't deserve a slap.
No.
You know,
Nobody deserves to get hit
man
on.
or woman, because there's some men out there who's
It
taking
is.
abuse.
It is.
No one's talking about that. Because when you say physical or mental abuse, it's usually about the woman. But there's men that go through.
It is, and they ain't gonna too much say nothing because they gonna feel less of a man by letting a woman hit on them.
Mm-hmm. Because they want to be with that woman.
That's my opinion.
No, well, no, I don't think a lot of men talk about it because they already feel less than, all because they want to be with this woman, or because for whatever the reason is. But I still go back to, we were fearfully and wonderfully made by God. I know mentally it's going to take time for a person to get there to figure that out, especially if you're already in such a relationship. And it doesn't even have to be uh, mental or physical abuse. Some people just settle because they want somebody,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like, well, I'm already at this age, and so I'm just going to go
Might as
ahead.
well
And,
take what I can get.
he's loving on me, and, he's a provider, and, but that's not who you truly love, or you didn't wait for God to send. I mean, what is my age today? 103.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm gonna give it 80 something years old today. And I've heard this in the last couple weeks, and I've said it to myself, and I've said it to people, but I really had to put me in check.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in like, am I gonna be true to my word?
Mm-hmm.
About accepting. I don't want to accept anything, especially when you've been through something. You can't go. I cannot go backwards. Would I compromise on some things if it benefits us both?
Mm-hmm.
But if it's anything to the negative, or how you're going to treat me less than the queen that I am,
I know that's right.
and it is not placing me like, oh, I think I'm all that in a sassy sense. I'm going by what the Bible says about me. And if I don't start thinking about what the Bible says, what God says about me, they're not going to see that. So I have to speak it, I have to walk it, I have to act it. And so I have to always like get myself back and have a talk with me and have a talk with the Lord to keep me and continue to guide me, because let him bring me somebody. And even then it's going to be a whole lot of conversation, because like you said, you don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste his time. I don't want my time wasted. And that's not being sassy about it. It's just,
Exactly.
I have to know my worth.
You have to.
And I have to know I'm blessed. As they say, blessed by the best. I'm a child of God. I'm royalty. So, don't take it like, I almost said something. Your stuff don't stink. Um, because we all need air freshener. I'm just saying that just know, by knowing you're a child of God, and just go, I'm going to wait for that one. So it's like, and then if he never sends it, you still lived a good, happy life. I still have friends. I'm still going to go out and
Yeah.
enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to settle. And a lot of people say, but I don't want to die alone. I don't plan on dying alone, even if I'm not with that significant other. Because I would have, by then, you'll, like you said, date, you'll go out to dinner with people, you'll do this and this and this, but I have to just be patient. We have
Yeah.
to all just be patient.
And some people you meet, they might just be friend material or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
you
you
should be
actually enjoy
able,
their company.
yeah, you should be able to tell them that. But this day and time, it's dangerous saying no to people. 'Cause
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right.
this girl, I was on social media the other day and I was scrolling up, and the girl got hit in the face with a brick because she told a man no.
Wow.
Her
No,
face instantly just poked out. It was awful.
was it no to go out with him or?
He approached her and
Oh, okay.
she told him no, and he hit her with a brick in her face.
Wow. I'm really, that amazes me. That amazes me.
And there were other people standing around, and she was like, "It's all these men out here, and they didn't do nothing." And they was like, "What do you want me to do?"
Okay. See, then it makes me look. It would have made me look at the men like, are you men? You know, I would think you would think that those men who were standing there would have went over, and they didn't necessarily have to go beat up the brother or fight him, but somebody should have snatched that other man up, snatched him up. Brother, what are you doing? I'm not promoting violence. Part of me in the back of my head, I'm going to be honest, somebody should have snatched him up and knocked him out. But that's in the back of my head.
Yeah,
But
that's
really, but here's how it feels with a brick. Boom. And knocked him down. But somebody should have snatched him up and said something to him or did something and picked her up. Sister, how you doing? You going to be all right? Come on. Tend to her. Just because I said no or no thank you, however she said it, I'm hoping that, and women, we got to be careful. I say we, but that's just not my nature to be like somebody say, hey, you want to go out? Nah, what am I going to? No, I don't go there like that. Don't, you ain't got to be all sassy and
Yeah, you don't
ugly
have to be
about it.
rude.
You don't have to be rude if
You
somebody,
can just be like, no.
no, thank you, but, because I'm flattered, but no, thank you, or whatever you want to say, but just, and I guess you say, well, it don't seem to matter because if you're nice to them or not, they still going to do it, but don't give them no cause.
Yeah, don't give them a reason to. Because you
And-
never know what somebody is going through that day or been through,
Mm-hmm.
and they probably just snap, black out. And
Yeah, and I'm not saying because of your answer, my sister, who or any of you sisters out there, like she got hit in the brick because of her sassy attitude. We don't know what her attitude was. What I'm saying is, it's just like when the police stops you. Okay, then you have to cooperate. Put your hands where they can see them. You, even though they still may be who the police are, and they may be wrong in what they do, but knowing that you were cooperating, knowing that you were the one who was like, yes sir, yes sir. I'm just saying that if somebody approaches you and just say, hey, would you like to go out, or I want this, just say, well, I'm really flattered, but I'm not dating at this time, or no thank you, or whatever your answer is, you be that one. And but I'm still more amazed at the people who just stood around and looked too. And hitting the head with a brick. I mean,
with a brick.
it
That
almost
face
wonders
was
like, did he
awful.
reach down and get the brick, or he had it in his hand the whole time? I mean, he was prepared for a negative answer. That's crazy.
I don't know.
I see why you're asking the question about dating in 2023.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's
It's
rough.
scary.
It's scary. It is, and it I used to say it depends on where you meet them. Crazy is
No,
crazy. It don't
it
matter.
could be your neighbor next door that you've been next to for years.
Yep. Grocery store, neighbors, somebody you've seen a million times cutting the grass. How
And
you
that's why
doing?
people like, if you date online, that's dangerous and stuff. It's dangerous to date
Somebody
somebody
you
you've been to
know.
church with, or something, anything, because you never know what people are doing in their homes.
I know. It really is scary. That's why we have to just be patient and take our times. I know that that sounds old, but it's not. You just don't know.
No, you don't. And I had seen a case where somebody had went on a date with somebody, and they took them home and had a room down in the basement for them, and had them for like 10 years down there in the basement, and nobody knew.
Well, I'm sure the person was on a missing
I'm pretty
persons
sure they
report,
were
and 10 years they kept him in the basement.
locked up in the basement.
I j- th- mm. That you know what? See, stuff like that makes you not even want to date.
I
But
know.
those are,
No, I'm good.
I mean, although those are rare stories, they do happen.
They
So,
happen.
so we have to be
Careful
careful.
at all times.
I mean, like even walking to your car alone. You see those movies where I don't get it. I don't know. I really don't know anybody who does it, but and you're always in some wooded area getting in a car by yourself. But let's just say that Walmart is well lit, but I still look in the car before getting in
Yeah,
it. Or if you're even in your own driveway, that's something.
it
When you're
is.
getting when you're going to your car, you know, just be mindful. Somebody can be in that car, or when you're pulling up. I used to do this when I would pull up to the house and it was dark, and even though we had street lights or whatever, they usually say walk with your keys in between,
Mm-hmm.
or at that time I had a stun gun, um, little flashlights, whatever it takes, because you just don't know.
You
And
never
it's not
know.
that maybe you feel you can beat a man down. That's not. It's about getting away from that. If you can just knock 'em or stun 'em, pepper spray, whatever. I know nobody thinks like that, but it's like, I wish somebody would. No, you don't.
No.
You don't wish nothing like that. Don't you do it? Because you're not. I mean, we can be. We're tough women. We're strong women. But I mean what is that? The element of surprise. You don't know who's standing there. I know we've taken this like way out about just dating, but you really have to be careful with who you. That's why you have to get to know people and not just think, oh, she's gorgeous or he's fine. It's more to it than that.
Way
You know,
more.
and not only the scary part. Let's get off of that. It's about what you both want out of life. You don't want to be dating 95, what, 10 years and you still are just that.
Hmm.
I've done that.
I've been running into a lot of people that don't believe in Jesus, and they don't want to go to church and just stuff like that. And if I feel like if we can't put God first, then we ain't got
No, see,
nothing.
that would be beautiful is to have a relationship that we both have God first. That is the listen, that's the way to go for real, for real.
It
To
is.
have him both, because then therefore you both have that foundation and that conversation to where you could speak in such a way with respect to each other. I know there's going to be some elevated voices and some, this and this, but we're still trying to go by what the Bible says. Because when I meet somebody now, and if they're like, yeah, I believe in God. I don't go to church because of how churches are these days. Nah, bruh. Before we continue, and we never got to the public service announcements. We're going to take a quick break, but we're going to be right back with you and continue this conversation. And I want to thank you, Miss Mona, for being here. Thank you all for listening to
Thank you for being
WKAX,
here.
1500 AM, the Winning Worship Radio Show, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. We're gonna before we dive up back over into that conversation, we do want to give you some public service announcements. And as promised, Miss Mona is going to help us with the football scores. Can you believe it? She's slowly getting in there. She really is. And I think, oh man, I got to tell you about who's going to be at the well. They're letting it leak out who's going to be at the Super Bowl already.
Okay, who?
That's in February. Well, after we take care of this.
We have Kids Loving Kids for immediate media release motorcycle tour run. We need motorcycle riders. You're needed for an upcoming tour run, Kids Loving Kids, on September the 30th. The number to call is 256 318 4555, and you can get in touch with Pam at that number. And this will be September the 30th. Kids Loving Kids. It's in Coleman, Alabama, 1650 St. Joseph Drive.
Okay,
The
September
name of the
30th.
church is Spirit Life Church.
That's Saturday, correct?
Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, Saturday, the show's area Corium presents the 22nd annual Singing Gospel Extravaganza fundraiser event, Saturday, September the 30th, 2023. The time will be 3:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Spring Park Double Deck Pavilion, Tuscumbia, Alabama. Y'all come on out.
Mm.
We got to sing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. If you want to hear Mona sing live, please go out to that event. It's September 30th, and what is it? The Shoals Area Quorum
It's at
presents.
Spring Park Double Deck Pavilion in Tuscumbia, Alabama.
Yeah, go out and see Miss Mona.
Start
And
at 3:30.
oh, I won't be.
Oh.
Oh. Listen, I would like to share something with you, and Mona, you and I could do that. That hat.
Oh, I love it.
I love that. Okay, what we're looking at is Pink Alabama presents their 10th annual Pink Differently About Cancer Runway Fashion Show.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I love a good fashion show. And that's on, mark your calendars, Sunday, October 1st from 2 to 5 at the Florida. Girl, I'm already, you know what? I'm out there. I just saw FL and O, and that's it. Listen, let me start over. It's their 10th anniversary. It's Pink Differently About Cancer Runway Fashion Show, and that's Sunday, October 1st. Once again, from 2 to 5 at the Florence Lauderdale Coliseum. Okay, admission free for all cancer survivors. Requested $5 donation. So they're just requesting a $5 donation to come in. And for all those who are cancer survivors, the admission is free. I'm looking forward to that. They'll have entertainment, vendors, and food. Okay, and we'll keep you up on that because it's this Sunday.
Okay.
Already, we are approaching the end of September. Okay, what we usually do at the beginning of the show, trying to get together, Mona decides to do it halfway through the show. I love
Couldn't
her.
leave y'all hanging.
No, we had to do something. In a minute, I'm just gonna push these papers off onto the floor by accident. So let's talk a little football. Listen, before football, this is important. This is important. Advertising.
Yes.
Listen. I was gonna say you must, and I had envisioned me grabbing someone by the shoulders or in the collar, going, "You must advertise with us because we got a package that'll fit your budget." Under this table, I'm holding my. Look at me. Seriously, I clenched my fist as if I'm really grabbing someone, going, "Listen, we have a package that'll fit your budget. I promise we do, and all you need to do is give us a call." Because we are here at Knox Media Group to put you out there.
Yeah, for you to say you don't need advertising is like saying you don't need money.
What she said,
So let us help you.
you make more money, more money, more money.
You have to invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself because it's all about you and then you serving the public with what you have to offer to them. They're not going to know you're there unless you advertise.
Yes.
And I promise you, here at Knox Media, we're like a family. So that's why we have different packages, but it is tailor made for you, for your company, and to fit your budget. So give us a call at 256 712 2887, and whoever picks up the phone will be able to help you, and we can get you started. Churches, separate packages. I'm
Yes.
still, it's not that I'm begging, because everyone does what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. I get that. It's just my little dream as far as churches and filling them back up again. So
Parking lots
parking
packed.
lots packed, people singing and praising God. So we do
Have to
have.
bring the chairs out.
Ooh, you remember those days?
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that. So I mean, bringing souls back to Christ is what we do. Come on now. I
Yes.
would love, Mona. You
We
just
just
took
got
me back, girl.
we just got chairs sitting in the back. Come on,
Sitting
let
in the
us
back
bring them
waiting
chairs
for
up.
you. Not just for hitting on the riverfront,
Yeah.
but for sitting down and praising God. So really, churches, we have a package that'll fit your budget, and it doesn't matter. It's like, well, I really can't afford it. We're just a small church. No, whether you're a small, medium, or large size church,
Mhm.
we do have packages that are tailor made for you, and that will fit your budget, because we need to know what location you're at, what times are your services, who pastors at church.
Your
So
programs you
the
have.
programs, up and coming programs,
We
and
have programs every month.
yeah, revivals and things like that. So we need to know so that we can announce it on WKAX 1500 AM, as well as our sister station.
Yeah.
So WMXV 105.1 FM. So we're going to have you covered on both AM and FM, so that everyone will.
Don't forget the app.
Don't forget the app. I forgot it because you put me on the spot.
Music muscle of the
There
show.
she goes. I just love. And what is that with Alexa?
I don't know.
Oh my God! I did it in the hallway, and I can't think, because now you could. I'll get that information. I apologize. We're having fun now, but listen. I want that you could say, Knox Media helped me do this, so I'm gonna spread the word. If you need advertising anywhere that you sell brooms out of your house,
Yeah.
we need to know about it, because we can help you sell them brooms.
Exactly. Everybody be wanting a broom. And it's
Everybody.
Halloween. They want the brooms for the witches.
Never mind. Never mind. I was thinking sweeping the floor. She's thinking witches on the broom. So we're gonna, nah. The girl, she gonna make me laugh at her, because I'm sitting here talking about church packages, and she's talking about witches on brooms. That does not mix, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna have to bring her back.
Yes, we're talking about churches.
Yes, and sweeping the floor with the brooms,
Yes.
not flying on them.
Or getting the spider webs down.
Yeah. So please give us a call here at Knox Media Group at 256 712 2887, and let us advertise for you.
Let us help you.
You let us help you, and in turn, you're helping someone else, because then when they come through your door, man, I'm telling you, filling up the churches. That is really my. It's just a little dream I have, because I remember how it used to be before COVID.
Well, like the pastors say, the doors of the church is open. If they're open, get them people in there. Let
me
them
tell
know where
you
you
something.
at.
Every time I invite someone out to Galilee, I always say that the doors are off the hinges.
Okay.
So the doors
not
are
even open.
They're
They
not
just
even open. They
gone.
just gone. So if you want to walk in, really, at Galilee Missionary Baptist Church, 23001 County Road 14. Our pastor is Pastor Mashur T. Knox. The times of service is Sunday at 9 o'clock. Come in at 8:30 for some refreshments, or just to sit in the sanctuary and gather your thoughts, and just kind of relax and wait to hear the word of God from the man of God. Then on Wednesday, come out at 6 o'clock. That's our dinner hour. And then Bible study begins at 6:30. And it's a comfortable and feel good family friend environment. I promise you that. So, yeah, join us at Galilee. You're more than welcome. Like I said, the doors of the church are open, but we've taken them off the hinges. So just walk on through. And I promise you a good time. But if you have a home church, I'm telling you, please attend church and invite someone to your church. But I really do want the churches to advertise with us, because a lot is during these holiday season. Things are happening, like you said, programs
Hmm.
and revivals,
Outreaches, all kind of
outreaches, all
stuff.
kind of stuff. And so we want to put it out
We
there
need
for
to
you.
know. The
Yeah,
public needs to know.
yeah. Not only a need, I want to advertise this for you. I really do, because I'm telling you, man, that'll be a dream by the time I really do hit 80 or 103,
Hmm.
and these churches are packed and we making the devil mad. Huh. I might even sing with Mona.
Yep.
No, that'll make them laugh.
No.
We want them mad. So anyway, give us a call again. Businesses, churches, or just to get the information. I promise the information we're going to give, you'll want to advertise.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to move on from the public service announcements, and we've done our advertising. And I promise, give us a call Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
We'll be here.
Even after 5, somebody may pick up that phone.
Yeah. It's possible.
We got you. I promise we got you. Now we're going to be sportscasters, or Mona is. She got it. She got
I really don't. But
it. Mhm.
you guys, Colorado lost this weekend. The score was 6-42. They played Oregon.
Okay, let me make a comment, because you know what? And I was watching that game, and yes, it hurt. It hurt.
Really?
But listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I stuck in there until the last play. I even watched the coach's hug. I did not get up and leave him.
So Oregon came to play.
Yeah, they both came to play.
Mm-hmm.
They both were 3-0. So they were going to play the game. But what I wanted to say, uh, and I can't say, oh, this one wanted it more. No,
Mm-hmm.
because they both wanted it. What I
Were
want
they
to
not
say is,
focused, or what
no,
did it
no.
seem
What I
like?
want to say is more about the attitude of the coach and the
Mm-hmm.
attitude of the players and the attitude period that we should take away in life. Because even though he won 3 straight games, now there are some people who are going to look at him and say, "Oh, well, see, I knew he couldn't make a fourth." You're already downing the person and the players. Oh,
Right.
now they're going to be on a losing streak. You're not even trying to uplift nobody and say, hey, you know what? There's some days we're going to win and some days we're going to lose, but we're not to give up.
Right.
Don't
You
have,
can't
you
always
can't,
win.
no. And even if you do win, if he were to win every game this season, all glory goes to God, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But if he loses as he lost this game, sometimes you're going to lose, but don't have a losing mentality now. Oh my God, we lost one. And you don't have that confidence anymore. No, Deion is too strong for that, and he's instilling that in his players. That okay, now what can we do? We got to get back on board, and this and this. Player haters, they're going to be hating now because they're like, oh, well, you thought you can do this, and
Mm-hmm.
welcome your haters and just go. You know what? I have to stay focused on this, and I have to stay humble.
If you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. Because
True.
haters hate people that's doing right.
There are
That's what it
some
seemed
there
like.
there are some people who can say they loving on you and be your friend and hating on you and waiting for your downfall.
Praying for your downfall.
And so, but I do like his attitude, and I like the attitude of the coaches, because it wasn't like that Colorado State and Colorado, the coaches, that it was personal
Mm-hmm.
there, because of something that Colorado State coach had said. But these were two, they were professional, they were respectful, and Oregon knew they had to come with it, and they did. I have to say, they did. I was like, wow. So it was a good game, but it hurt because I knew who I was rooting for, but I liked his attitude. He never got, he was doing the sideline coach stuff, but he never got ruffled or truly, like, we don't know what happened in that locker room, but I'm just saying Dion held his composure and he held this and that. And, I'm going to go back and look at some of the interview and see what he had to say. But one thing that I do know is that he could still walk away with his head held high. He still has to talk to his players and say, hey, we lost this, and he's gonna point out what they've done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You still gotta be that one to say, "Are you kidding me? You did that." He's gonna have to have that talk with them, but he's not giving up. He's still prime time. He's still who he is,
Mm-hmm.
and just like I think you're a fantastic person, but there's some things you may do that's not gonna come up to par. Myself,
Mm-hmm.
I fall short sometimes, but I'm not gonna give up on me for I made mistakes or and one thing I do believe is that Dion, anyone in that position, you have to have some Jesus, and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You have to be a praying man, and you have to speak with that much confidence. You have to have something else in you, spiritually speaking, and it doesn't matter what people say. You stand there, you stand strong. Cause his up and coming game. Who's he playing next this Saturday?
Uh, Colorado plays USC this week.
Okay, that's gonna be a tough game too.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think all games are. You got to go into each one thinking each game is different. So don't look at all the teams and just pick and choose the easy ones
Yeah.
because they'll surprise you. The ones you think that you can beat down
Yeah.
may come and get you.
They'll
So
be like,
each game you have to treat as this one.
yeah, they'll be like, I ain't gonna play as hard as I did the other team. This team lose.
Yeah. So I admire him as a coach and as man and as a father, and I do believe that they're gonna just give and do their best. But in order to go to whichever bowl that is, I gotta think he's gonna have to win. I don't know if it's the next 2 or 3, but I'll get all that information. But don't ever give up. Don't ever give up just because you've been knocked down, or whether it be in sports, in life, in whatever it is. God has the final say so,
Yes,
and He is your head coach.
he is.
So therefore, with Him you can't lose. Sometimes He may have to humble you, and I'm not saying that Dion had to be humbled. I'm just looking at it was that game that just made them kind of wake up,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, but they're still good. They're still good. They that was a good matchup because they both came in 3 wins and 0 losses. So that was a good game. But Mona has more to say. I just had to give Dion some credit because I think he's being looked at, and he's a black man.
Yeah.
So he's really gonna have to come correct, and like we said, don't act the way people want you to act.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The way they expect you to act.
The way they expect you to act.
Well, for all the Alabama fans, I know
Okay.
they're happy.
Okay.
Alabama won this week, 24-10. I think they got off to a rocky start at first,
I didn't get to see
from
that.
what I'm hearing.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm talking about the games, the previous games.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they lose two games?
Alabama.
Mm-hmm. No, they lost one. I don't know about the other one.
Yeah. I was gonna say I know Miss Tamika Tubbs knows. That'll be our afternoon show for you. Listen, keep your streak going. But for those of you who are listening to the morning show, please take the time at your lunch hour, whether you're at work or you're at home or you're running errands. Tune in to our sister station WMXV 105.1 FM, where you'll hear Tamika Tubbs, maybe Mr. Knox, or again Ramona on the afternoon show.
Or Janice.
Well, that's every blue moon with a pink elephant jumping over it. But where it's so much entertainment on that station, the good music, and then they go into the sports and sometimes a little politics. But so yeah, if you're at work and you go, well, God, for lunch, what am I going to do? Well, whatever you do for lunch, you tune in to WMXV 105.1 FM and be well entertained at the noon hour. And who else do we have?
That's about it.
That's about it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was sports with Miss Mona.
I'll get better.
No, I think you did good because I didn't know the scores. And then NFL played this weekend, and I was really trying to. There's a thing called Red Line, and I like watching it, but I really just like to watch a game in its entirety.
Mm-hmm.
And this Red Line is when they show all the games that are playing at that moment.
Mhm.
So, but they only get you, and they'll get you from the like the 20-yard line
Oh, okay.
in to when they're about to make the touchdown.
Mhm.
So it's like it's going from game to game to game, and I was trying to keep up. And then once I see 13-12, and then they go to another game, and then they go to another game. And by the time they come back, I'm like, when did it get to be 13-38?
Yeah.
What plays were made? So I do like to just get me one good game, but sometimes those highlights and they move about. So by the time I was really trying to figure out who won, I forgot.
Oh man.
I believe Dallas. I know Jaguars played, and so I need. Sometimes if I'm at someone's house, I'm gonna ask them, "Can I just go slip off into that other room with one TV?" But usually, like if with the Dion games and the college games, sometimes I'm in my room or my nephew's in his room, and we can hear yelling back and forth. But I was just in deep prayer and amazement over this last game, so I was just like, "What?" So, anywho, Mona and I both will do better. But yeah, that red line thing, it has too many games going at once. And even though I'll focus in on it,
Mhm.
and you get the excitement of just when they're about to make a touchdown, then they flip to another team like Kansas City. I know they won.
Okay.
Okay, but the score, I don't know because they flipped to the Jaguar game.
That would mess up my ADHD.
Like
I couldn't focus.
what team is playing now? So but it was good to keep up. I should have just written them down. That's what I should have done. It's just written them down but on NFL that's just exciting because right now those are college games and I'm getting it more into college now.
It seemed like a lot of people like college ball.
I
I mean,
think
they like NFL in
NFL.
NFL.
I love Mona. National
They
Football
like that
League.
too, but it seemed like the college get more attention or something.
For some reason, and maybe it's because I just woke up because college is always good, but it just seems as though since Dion hit,
Mhm.
everybody's talking about college ball now. A lot more because of him, because you hear about Dion everywhere,
Mhm.
everywhere. So I think it just woke up a lot of people because um, some of the stadiums now and some of the colleges and universities they haven't had a full stadium in years until Dion.
Well, I know Alabama have, and I think it's because of Nick Saban.
Uh-huh.
I guess that's his name, but
And she said it right.
I think
I'm
it was
still trying to
because of
figure out.
him. But Alabama sell out every time
Mm-hmm.
they used to. I don't know about now.
Oh, well, no, I'm just saying, and then maybe that's me. I don't want to just say it's because of Dion, but I
Mhm.
know I'm hearing a lot more of him in
Yeah,
the
I hear
news.
a lot about Dion in the
Yeah,
news now.
in Colorado than I do anything else. But that's not to sell out the other teams because they're all good. They're amazing. They're fun to watch.
So is Alabama going to play Colorado?
No, because
I just asked. I don't know. Why wouldn't they play Colorado?
no different league.
Oh, really?
Because in the NFL there's the AFC and the
Mm-mm.
American Football
I
League,
didn't
and
know that.
okay, we're gonna have to go back to school. What how much time do we have? I think we're gonna have to wrap it up. Oh my
2
goodness,
minutes.
we did it again. Okay, we've made it to the end of our hour today. I'm so glad that you joined us today on this Monday and on this day. So we look forward to talking to you again tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Miss Mona, any last words?
We will see y'all when y'all call. Well, we'll hear from y'all when y'all call 256-712-2887 for
And
advertisement.
advertisement. And when we call in and ask you questions, maybe you can win a little something at 256-483-0750. Thank you for joining us today at WKAX 1500 AM, the Winning Worship Radio Show. Have a beautiful and blessed day.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.